Here we go, starting you off fast and furious, getting you set for your workout today. This is your warm-up. We're gonna start things off with nothing else better than some up downs. With those up downs, stepping your feet back or jumping them back, bringing them back up to your hands and jumping back overhead. For those of you familiar with a burpee, this is similar to a burpee, except where chest does not need to go all the way down to the ground. So you keep on moving. Want to be working, getting our heart rate up right from the get-go. Like I said, getting after it right away with some up downs. Don't worry about counting through this. We're just gonna be starting things off nice and warm and getting you ready for your workout today. Just keep on moving through those up downs. We're gonna be going through a bunch of really good general pace movements, getting you a good sweat, ready for the rest of your workout. Wherever you're at, let's go for 3 more up downs. Going for 3, doing these along with you, 2, and our last one. All right, as we get into those up downs, we're gonna find our squat stance. So our feet are gonna be between hip to shoulder width apart. I want you to look right past wherever you have me set up. We're gonna send our hips back and down, driving the knees out as we go through these air squats. As I'm throwing this from the side, you keep on doing your air squats. We're gonna be sending our hips back and standing tall. As you're going through this, I hope you have some music on in the background. You don't just need to listen to me talk the whole time. Something that I really like doing as you're getting a warm up in is going through and putting in either some headphones, some wireless headphones, some AirPods, whatever you might have, having some music on in the background, and that'll make sure that you have some fun while you're at this workout. I didn't forget about you. 2 more squats and our last squat. Taking a couple deep breaths. We're kicking this thing off right away. We're gonna step back into our plank position, just holding in plank, taking some deep breaths in through the nose, and some big exhales out through the mouth. Bringing that heart rate down. I know I kicked it right off. You stay in that plank position. We'll be looking for a nice flat back. I want you to look at your shoulder. We should have our shoulder, your elbow, and wrist all in line. We can always drop to the knees in this plank if you have to. You're already in plank position. Let's walk those hands all the way back to standing. As we stand tall, we're gonna reach up overhead, bring the hands back down to the ground, walking out to high plank, and walking back for our variation of that inchworm. Should feel a little bit of a stretch to your shoulders as you do that, and a good activation, good stretch back behind the knees, up into the glutes. Again, making sure we're taking some big, deep breaths as you're working through this warm-up. I'm not even doing the whole thing, and I'm already starting to breathe hard, so I hope you're getting set for our workout here at home. I'm going for 2 more inchworms, and on that last inchworm walking out, walking the hands on back. You can find a post if you need it, or a wall, anything to help out with the balance. We're just going to be bringing one knee into the chest, taking a little bit of a stretch, bringing that down, and the opposite knee just back and forth, feeling that stretch through the back side of the leg, opening up through the hips, getting you ready again for one heck of a workout that's going to be following for you after this warm-up. As you're going through, taking some deep breaths, again, just keeping the heart rate under control. This is just the warm-up, no magic here. One day we'll get some magic in the warm-up, but for today's time being, we just want some really, really good movement. Let's go ahead for 1 more on each side. All right, and then we're gonna step back into that plank position again. Now as we work through plank, we're gonna send our hips up to downward facing dog, taking a few pedals of your feet back and forth, returning back into our high plank, holding for a breath, sending the hips back up, taking a few pedals of your feet back and forth, feeling a good stretch through your calves. I'm gonna return back into plank one last time and send the hips on up, taking those pedals back and forth. All right, we're already in that plank position. Let's start into our mountain climbers, nice and slow. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Feeling a good activation through the core. Keep on moving with those. We're gonna eventually speed these up, but for right now, let's go for 4 more, nice and slow. 3 more, 2 more, last one. Stay in that high plank position. Let's bring that back into those mountain climbers, this time a little bit faster though, pumping the knees in towards the chest. This one's gonna be a little bit more towards heart rate. Again, with the end goal of working towards a nice sweat lathered up for you by the end of our warm up. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to stand up. We're going to take a nice wide stance. So much wider than your squat stance. We're going to reach the hips back and over to one side, feeling a good stretch in the leg that's straight, and going over to the other side. As you're working through this, we want to keep the heel on the ground. So my foot that has all the weight in it, my right leg, I've got my heel on the ground, that opposite leg is straight. That heel on the ground is going to keep your knees safe and also get those glutes activated. So continue working through our Cossack squats back and forth from side to side. Getting that breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. That's going to also help your heart rate reset in the middle of your workout. So remember that breath when we get to a fast-paced portion of a workout later on today. All right, taking one more to each side. And we're going to turn back to that plank position. We get so much good power and strength built into our plank. So in plank, we're going to widen out our stance just a little bit. This time, as we bring our hips up, we're going to reach our opposite hand towards your opposite knee. And then returning back into plank each time. Left hand to right knee. Working back and forth. Now, if you have better mobility or longer arms and you can reach towards your foot, we definitely can reach a little bit further. So if you can reach past your knee, that's fantastic. If the knee is getting you warm, that is just fine too. We're going back and forth here. Should be feeling this in the core. Should be feeling this in our shoulders as we're holding that variations of plank. Again, either towards our knees, towards the shins, or all the way back towards your toes. Taking one more here on each side. On that last one, we can go ahead, we can stand tall. We're going to take 2 breaths together. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We've got up downs coming back, just like how we started this up, jumping back, bringing that up, and jumping overhead. We can always turn this into step backs and step ups. Continue with these for you at home. Let's keep on rocking through some of those up downs. Heart rate is by far getting higher as we can continue through this warm up, getting you all ready. Again, taking those deep breaths. Keep on those up downs. We're almost there. We're taking 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and that last one. All right, finding our squat stance once again, anywhere between that hip to shoulder width apart. Let's go for 10 squats. Stick with me on here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, finding plank position. Really getting after it today for our warm-up. Nice slow mountain climbers. As we do these slow mountain climbers, our goal is activation through the core. Continue on those slow mountain climbers, bringing the knee as close to your chest as you can. Again, working through some of those deep breaths as you go through. One more slow one on each side, but hold that plank position. Let's get into those fast mountain climbers. Here we go. Pumping those knees back and forth, going as fast as you can now, working on getting that heart rate up. Keep on those mountain climbers for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, as we come up, we're going to take a nice wide stance. Bringing our heart rate down just a bit, taking a breath, taking our hands overhead. Exhaling, reaching our hands back between our legs. In, up, overhead. Exhale down between your legs. We're going to go for 3 more of these. If you happen to be feeling lightheaded through this at all, just take a knee. Just take a couple deep breaths. And 1 more. We're going to finish off with 1 more stretch. We were bringing before our knee towards our chest. This time we'll be bringing our heel towards the backside. We can use a wall, we can use a post, anything you might have at home to give you a little bit extra balance. Just be taking this back and forth for 4 more. 2 more on each side. Should be feeling a good stretch on the front side of your leg that you're pulling back. That is your warm-up. You are now ready to get after your workout. Stay consistent, see those results coming back day after day. Enjoy your workout today.